Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So yesterday I shared the applications of the 1850s shooting tau sets. And after that, I got many messages from our Wing Chun friends asking many different questions. Uh, Two questions come out, which is really uh, important to know what is the truth. One is the spine power stuff. The second is the weight in the back leg stuff. So today I like to share with you on this so that you guys who really want to learn know what happened. So before I share with you the technical stuff, I'd like to share with you something very important on the, the transmissions or the continuity of an art or a teaching. Now, say we took the Buddha's teaching, okay? So Ananda is the student of the Buddha, one of the top students of the Buddha. When Ananda almost passing, one day he walked through the forest and then he heard young Buddhist monk is learning on the teaching of the Buddha. So he was there and he listened to it on what the young monk is practicing. And he went to tell the young monk, that is not what Buddha teach. That's not what Buddha taught. You must not take these directions. So he spent his time clarify the things to the young monk. Guess what? The young monk went back to his monk teacher, saying that, teacher, uh, the Ananda, the elderly, said this and taught me this, and said whatever we studied before is incorrect. It is not the teaching of the Buddha. And the teaching of Buddha is this way. So the teacher, the monk teacher said to this young monk, said, you know what? Elderly Ananda get too old already. He do not remember what is the truth of the teaching of the Buddha. The way how we do is proper. And then later on, Ananda found out from this young monk on these conversations. And so the Ananda just quietly passing. You can see that when a teaching is vanishing in that place, it will be like that. Disregard of today, year 2022, or it is at the Buddha's time. So this is the reality of humans, of teaching, of transmissions. Now, as you know, Buddha's teaching went to China. And then, right now, how can you find real Buddha's teaching in China today? After all this chaotic situation like cultural evolutions, you don't really see much the Buddha's teaching there anymore in China. So it migrated to the West and to other countries. So that's the reality. Okay. So same with Wing Chun. In China, all those 130 years, you see the teaching is no longer there. Even the history, everything's still there. So it's like Ananda, the student of Buddha, said, this is what Buddha is teaching. Okay, this is in the scripture, blah, blah, blah. But people just go doing their own thing. They go their own directions. It is just humans' evolutions. So hopefully in the West, we can get the informations and know what is the teaching of the ancient Chinese martial arts and Wing Chun. Because Asia is not going to that directions. You know it. After you're watching the thing for 130 years, you know it is going like this monk teacher. They are not going to go to the directions of how the Buddha is teach. So there's one thing we need to remember. The second thing, 2 days ago, a Wing Chuner messaged me asking me to teach him the short strike class. He know that I have a class which is teaching the short strike, the Wing Chun 1850 short strike. And since I retired already, he asked me, messaged me, well, Hendrik, can I learn from you? Do you still can teach me on this class? And then he called himself a little guy in the middle of nowhere in America. Seeing that, the first thing I tell him is, you are not a little guy. It doesn't matter what is your race. You and I are equal. Every race is equal. So don't look down on yourself, calling yourself little guy. Some days you want to be somebody's seafood. So don't look down on yourself. Just work hard. Don't look down on yourself. See, the Chinese say that when you want to learn something, you need to be 尊师重道, respect your teacher, and focus on the teaching. What does that mean? Respect teacher is not go bowing at the teacher or become a yes man of the teacher. Respect teacher is like when we go to university, we sit in the classroom, we following the teacher's instructions. If we don't understand, if we don't agree, we still can reason. That is called respect the teacher. Okay? 中道 meaning that you don't go off topic. You stay in the topic, you dig deeper and deeper and deeper. That's the way how like you study in university. So that's called 尊师重道. It's not a cult like you bow to the teacher and then become the yes man of the teacher. That's not how it is. Okay? So one must not look down on oneself because you don't know your potential. But one have to be always have respect to the teacher, being humble, really look into the thing and be able to reason. So this is important. First, don't look down on yourself, but then you have to have a proper attitude on learning. And also, you need to stick with the truth. Well, today, it is a very different world. Years ago, there's a grandmaster told me, well, Hendrik, why don't you change back to your uh, Chinese name so that people will respect you more? Your name right now is like a Mexican name. People mistake you as Mexican. I said, so what wrong with the Mexican? I am Mexican. I live in California. California is belonged to Mexican before, right? So, you know, all those type of just because of using the Chinese name, is there a superiority complex there? Well, sorry, the Buddha didn't teach us this way. In Tang Dynasty, in Tang Dynasty of China, do you know that Japanese can come to Tang Dynasty in that kingdom, the dynasty, be the emperor's officer? There's no discriminations. So that's why in Tang Dynasty you see Christianity come in, the Buddha's teaching come in, all sort of good stuff in the world come into China. There's no discriminations, provided one need to be serious in what one is presenting, and as what I mentioned just now, you have to respect and you have to learn and you speak the truth. So this is what I take it really serious and important. Who the hell am I? You heard about my story on this Wing Chun journey. I was born in Indonesia, a small town. At that time, I couldn't even use my Chinese name. How much Chinese do I know? Compared with today, if you look at the statistically probability, how many billions of chance that I can become who I am today in understanding on this ancient stuff. So there's a reality. We all are equal. We want to do the best. We want to study. So you take it like a university. You go learning in the university. You want to be a medical doctor. You want to be a lawyer. You want to be an engineer. You want to be a scientist. You learn that way. And you don't discriminate anybody. Okay? This is two things very important because if this, as in ancient, the teaching of the Wing Chun is said that if the heart is not proper, your Kung Fu will not be proper. This is the heart of it. How do you treat the arts? How do you treat people? Okay? So this is important. Beside all those techniques, this and techniques that. Now, let's get into the technical. In the Chinese history for the past 100 something years, as Tang Hao, the Chinese martial art historian had pointed out. It actually breaks into three group of people in the traditional Chinese martial arts. One type is taking the burning of Shaolin, those fictions, as reality. Mui fight Jixin, Jixin fight Mui, and all this kind of thing, burning of Shaolin and whatever. They have their special, the group on that, and they evolve on that, like a cult. Another cult is taking like Zhang Sanfeng is the master of internal art, okay? And Zhang Sanfeng can learn from this god, and overnight, and the next morning he come up, he can kill uh, hundreds of bandits, and then that is where the Tai Chi, the internal, come in. There's another cult. Okay, if you read Tang Hao's writing, you can see that even in the 1930s, 1940s, is known. And then the third one is the proper one according to the Chinese history and Chinese martial arts, which is you can see that like you can track from Qi Ji Guang to Shaolin Sword Strike, Shaolin Xuanji, Mang Xuanji, and coming down. And then you can track to Buddhism, yes, Buddha's teaching, the Taoists, and so forth. So now you have the three group of things. One is the Jixin fighting Mui stuff. Another one is Zhan Sanfeng stuff. But none of those ever mention Qi Ji Guang. Never they tell you about Yi Da You. Never they tell you about the Xuanji Hesang, the Mang Xuanji, the Buddhist Mang Xuanji of Shaolin. This is a real thing. So you have two fiction there. One fiction Shaolin burning Jixin Mui. One fiction Zhan Sanfeng, and the Zhan Sanfeng, the internal, the Tai Chi, whatever, is living in their own world, and then the Shaolin is living in their own world. Well, the reality of the Qi Ji Guang and so forth is another group that people don't really study. Okay? So now it become a really serious problem. Now, the reason why I mentioned this, I brought up this, is this. The so-called spine power, straighten the spine stuff in the Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao in past so many decades. You know where is it from? That is copying from the Tai Chi code. So you know that the Shaolin code and the Tai Chi code, they are all fictional. So they mix up with the reality and somebody's imaginations. And then there's a reality of the Chinese history. And then that spine stuff is somebody in Wing Chun copying the Tai Chi practice stuff from this Tai Chi group, the code. Okay? Now, so how is it? So if you look at the Tai Chi practice in the ancient, there is saying that you have to pay attention to your spine. When you move, you want to pay attention to your spine. And then they get to the higher level, they say, okay, in their process, now you want to empty out your spine. No longer use your spine. You emptied out your spine. That's the Tai Chi practice. Okay, their way of practice. And then they have this Chi stuff. Now, somebody in the 50s, 60s took that idea, the beginning idea, not even the empty, the spine idea, put into the Shulin Tao, saying that I have to straighten my spine doing this. Can it be tracked? Sure. Where does that thing come? Tai Chi stuff. So, what is the reality of the Shaolin and this Mei Shi Zhuang and this Qi Qi Guang stuff? Well, you know, in Shaolin, you need to follow like in the meditation. Yin guan bi, bi guan xing, xing guan qi. It's a straight line. Your eyes contemplate your nose, nose contemplate your heart, heart contemplate your navel. And it's like in the meditations, in the sitting meditations, so that you have a cross here, straight line here. So you be able to have your breathing proper and your energy, which is called Pian Shen Qi, the energy around the body, fully circulate. And then at that time, you get into like the teaching of Anapanasati of Buddhism. Okay? Now, that's the Shaolin, the real Shaolin teaching, which is you can track it to the Buddhism. Now, the Mei Shi Zhuang teaching is also accord to that, accord with the Buddha's teaching, with the uh, the specialty, uniqueness of every joint, like the seven bowls. The big joints is like the snake sliding, small joints like the pupil moving. So that is what the 1850 Shulin Tao teaching is. You want to develop that, the center handling, and then with that you come with the breathing, and then you have this joint by joint, like snake slide and pupa moving. Okay? And then when you want to shoot out, you need to play with the recycling momentum, where your shoulder and your knee has to be synchronized, your butt, yes, your butt, and the back of your leg, the heel, has to be synchronized. So your entire body have that synchronizations. That is the teaching of the Shaolin Short Strike and the Mei Shi Zhuang. And so today, if you put it in today's language, the entire thing is about the six core elements. Unless one have a handling of the six core element, one really don't know what is going on. So if you are talking about the mind power, the spine power, lifting anus, well, sorry, you are copying somebody's stuff. And you don't even know that they have, at the advanced level, they will have to empty out their spine. But then that is also a quote. They also never mention Qi Ji Guang, who's in the real war. Okay? So this is what it is. So of course, it will be like the story I shared with you on Ananda, Venerable Ananda. That is the Buddha's teaching. But people say, no, no, no. Ananda is too old already. This is the we are right. Ananda is wrong. It is not about who is wrong or right. Can you make that thing work? So that is the problem. So now you can see, okay, the spine thing is copied from somebody from Tai Chi side, those code, internal art code. And you look at the internal art code today, Xi Xiaodong's fan is pulling, digging out the entire thing. And you can see how many things there is a real thing. It is the same as your Shaolin, burning, Jixin fighting, Mui, all those kind of stuff. It is a mess. Okay? So this is the reality. So it's not about Hendrik is right, you are wrong, or who is right, who is wrong. It is about, can that thing work? Are you serious that thing will work? When you violate human body, what are you going to do? Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is about this weight behind, put your weight in your back leg, all sort of stuff. And then they lump into your sets, putting your weight behind, you spin, and then your chi sao, all kind of stuff. Those things is also a disaster. It is a disaster. Let's get down to the bottom line. If I model my opponent, the center axis of the opponent as this the what do you call it? This pole here, okay? The center axis, like if there's an axis from me down to the to the ground of me. If the entire opponent or rival, you just see what you see is the center axis. Okay? Sticking body short strike, Wing Chun, meaning that at every move, I want to get in and tilt it. I want to tilt it. Okay, so he is like this. I want to tilt it, his center axis, either tilted this way or tilted that way. No matter what I do, I have to tilted him. Okay? That is pressure to the center line means tilted. Now, can you please tell me how the world is I'm going to tilt it, this center axis of the opponent, which is an attack his center axis, or balance, or actually disrupt him via a back stance? All Wing Chun do is a back stance. Does it make any sense at all? When you want to go in to tilt at him, can I put my back leg behind here to tilt at him and then I punching? Will it cause this to tilt it? So Wing Chun have four things. Tie, da, sui, na. The first is fall, cause him to fall, trip him to fall. The second is da, meaning you strike him or kick him. The third thing is throw. The fourth thing is joint lock. So we need to be really careful. In short strike, it says tie, da, sui, na. It is not pi, da, sui, na like in Santa. In Santa, in the new Santa, modern Chinese Santa, it said kick, strike, throw, joint lock. But short strike of Shaolin is not. It's called tie, da, sui, na. You cause him to drop. So when you attack, you tilted his center line. That is a must for you cause him to fall. Say if I want to cause this guy to fall, this is a center axis. I want to do what? I want to tilt him. Tilted him. You see, I tilted him. I turn my body. I tilted him. And then I just add a sweep. He's going to fall. So when you get in, either you're going to crush him to tilt him this way, or from here, you get in here, you pull him down, or you turn his body, he twists his body, And then you just do a really light sweep and throw him out, cause him to fall. Okay, so this is different than like the Ippon Sonage throw. Okay, those are throw, which is you have to that in the short strike too. Okay, now, so it makes no sense at all to saying that my weight has to be behind. I always have to like that, so I can kick, I can punch. Well, the job is to get in there. You tilt him, so you actually immobile him because he's tilted. He's struggling to get back to balance. You have to cause him that, and then you can strike him, and then you can cause him to fall, or you're going to throw him, or you're going to lock him while he's in balance. Okay? So you cannot have one size fit all. My weight is behind. How can you go in front of that? Not to mention other things. How can you go tilt his body? Can you tilt him by doing this? You can. That's why you cannot get close. When you get close at this, you tilted him already. Right away, you need to tilt him. That's why your leg attack him, your body stick at him. What is the point? Tilt him out, tilt him so that he's in balance. You control him already. And then you strike him, and then you trip him off. Okay? So that's the bottom line of the Wing Chun short strike. We need to get this thing clear up. And also, say I'm here. If I go straight, I hit this target. If I go this way, I hit this target. You see that this two target is different? This target and this target. So one is from here, one is from here, right? Now, your footwork is not like walking triangle, whatever geometry, walking like a plum flower. It's not. You know he's going to come in. So if I want to get in, straight in, I go straight in. Okay? I go straight in, I tilted him. Because I'm in already, the entire momentum shoot in. Now, even though I stand like this, the same, okay, like I can go straight in. You see, I stand this way, I can go straight in. I can go from here, shooting this. So this is, even though I stand like this, I can go straight like this, or my strike is from this in. So it's like he have a katana chopping at me, or he have his machine gun me or whatever in the middle line. He's very strong. I don't have to go fight him like this. I can just go land it in the sideway, going from this sideway, from this direction, go walking into him, tilt him sideway. And that footwork cannot be like that. Come on. It has to be in this knee, and my shoulder, my butt, and the behind of my heel. Those has to be straight. So I can go really fast, zoom in, or really fast going here. Very simple footwork. You're going to go do like that. You're going to do like that, you're dead. Because you cannot change. Imagine if I'm going to do like that only, straight line only. So say this is you. Imagine I can go only straight like this. With my weight back like this. How am I going to threaten this center axis? I can. I need to go in, transfer my entire momentum in. How can I tilt in him? Now, not to mention that timing wise, if he's too fast or he's too strong or playing in different strategy, I don't want to do that. He thought I'm going to go straight, I'm going to go sideways. He thought I'm going to go sideways, I'm going to go straight. It's up to me. So it's not one size fit all. But then for sure, if you think you train your set this way, you train your set this way, it is a kiss of death. Because you don't know that tilting his axis is the bottom line. I can go here doing chi sao, all the techniques. As soon as I do not tilt his center axis, we will both get hit. Like the other day I said that, you say that the center line is faster, the closest between 2 points is a straight line, it is faster, it's more power. That's only 25%. If he is strong like Mike Tyson, are you sure you're faster, you're stronger than him? So that's another 25%, you get KO. Another 25% is like, if you're like Xi Xiaodong, he just bob around, how can you go in? And another 25% is that you punch him, chain punch, and he punch back, chain punch, both of them get it. So you only have 25% chance on thinking, oh, the closest between 2 points is a straight line. And we are faster, we are much stronger. What are you talking about? You're going like that. The faster between 2 points is a straight line. I can kick him. No, I can do this to his leg. Watch Xi Xiaodong video. He said that your leg is weak. I can only get in. I need to only get in, and your leg do nothing to me. Watch what he said. So stop to have this 50-50, 30-70, 90-10. So, oh my God, what are you guys doing? Okay? So this is what I'd like to share with you today. I really encourage people to get something like that. It's just a dress hanger and see how can you tilt this. You want to tilt him this way, you want to tilt him this way, tilt sideways, you want to fall him. See, fall him is not sweep the hell out of the leg. It's just you twisted him so that his center axis is tilted. Then out. It is in my book, Restricting Wing Chun. So today, this is what I'd like to share with you. You know, I'm not putting down anybody. Have no interest on that. So back to the first story about Ananda. My interest is fine. Asia don't like what the Ananda saying that Buddha is not teaching that way. Then you go to America. You bring this thing to America, the Buddha's teaching to America. Let the American, let the Westerner continue on. You guys in Asia can do whatever you like. Okay? And so in the West, like this Wing Chun friends, don't put ourselves lower. We need to be being equal with everybody. Like the Buddha said, every human being have a Buddha nature. The only thing we need to be careful is when we learn something, try to study something, it's like go to the university. The professor asks you to do that, you do it. Only after you master that, you can reason with the professor if you disagree. If you don't even know about this and you're keeping want to go your own way, you're missing the point. And only this way, you can create a lot of good teacher to come. Because this is not code. So this is what I like to share with you. And I go talk straight. Because I might be like in the age of the Ananda elderly. And we just hope that more people, you have more people, good people to come. Because it's not mine. This morning, another friend messaged me, asked me, because his another friend want to know what he's learning, but he so asked me, can he share with that person? I said, sure. You know why? I'm talking Chinese culture. I am talking ancient Wing Chun. Got nothing to do with me. The standard of Wing Chun and Chinese culture is there written in those ancient texts. Like the teaching of Buddha is written in the sutta. It's not mine. But make sure that one need to know what is the six core element to the minimum before create more whatever one thing. This thing is not up for everybody's interpretations or belief or concept. So I wish you all well in your journey. Learn it proper. Don't be a fake grandmaster. Be a real grandmaster. Who knows? 20 years later, you are a top grandmaster. Because everybody have a destinations. And so, love yourself. Care for yourself. You might be a real grandmaster to come. Nobody stop that. Nobody say you can be that or you cannot be that. It's only you who decide that.